Teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperations on both sides.
And it's easy to start second-guessing yourself, Kevin. You want to make adjustments, but also stay true to who you are.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got McDaniels. Ricky Rubio is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Edwards. And it's Towns in at the center position. Sexton against Rubio. There's Russell with the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Garland the pass to Sexton. It's Garland, top of the key. Love trying to break loose. They get it again. Allen, that's good.
Well, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Rubio dishes to McDaniels. Back to Rubio. The pass to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. That three off the mark. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only one falling.
And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Shot clock at 2. Rubio misses.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Yep, it counts.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
A moment now to check out some numbers for Karl Anthony Towns. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Now, Garland. After the missed 3 from Rubio. Garland, the pass to Love. There's the 3. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Love. Garland's got 5 points so far. Also looking it over. Inside, here's Towns, and it's sent back by Allen. Outside, Sexton gets the three-pointer to fall.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here is Russell. He had 15 points last outing. Looking to end the run, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Playoff seeding so important here as we take a look out east. You look at Cleveland, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Here's Russell. The Cavaliers making the shot. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next three quarters as well.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Down by 12. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Basket counts.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the middle. Vanderbilt's shot is good.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Nance outside. Sexton for three. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Shots good by Noel.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Russell. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And Cleveland making a change here. Prince is checked in. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Culver comes in for Josh Okogie. Free throw good, Garland. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Chicago Bulls. Outside, Russell. Just 3 on the clock, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work he put in.
Yeah, I picked a lot of people's brains, going into the summer. A lot of guys that have made that jump paved the way for us, a lot of older guys. And, the answer that they were giving me was figuring out that routine that your body needs, that your mind needs to prepare for each game. And once I started getting that consistent routine of napping, eating, my pregame meal, things of that sort, it kind of started to come for me.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
The talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Culver, and it's Russell in at the point.
And at Texas Tech, Jared Culver operated as a lead guard. Is that a role he can fill at this level?
You know what, Greg? I think he's got the potential to. He's got excellent vision, good size, a really nice pace to his game. I think he can play some point, but he may be best suited as a secondary creator.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jared Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
Free throw drop for Culver. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now, here's Culver. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Culver passes to Towns. It's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Garland. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Out to the right wing. Here's Okoro. Clock at 6. And that one, good. Okoro's got his first basket of the night. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Rubio outside. Passes it to Noel. Clock at 4. Buries it from three-point range. Noel's got 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And the Cavaliers call time here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Love checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Taurean Prince. Daniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Culver. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And here is Garland. 8 points for him. Count it. He's got 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the inside, and Towns throws it down.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does, seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now, here's Garland. 10 points for him. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Noel. 5 points in the game. Poke loose. The feed now to Towns. The shot missing. And Cleveland will come the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And rejection by McDaniels. Down low. Noel, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Osman. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Okoro with it. It's hauled in by Edwards. .153 left now here in the second. Pass to Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now, here's Garland. 12 points for him. A fader. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Okoro's got 4 points now in the quarter. Minnesota calls timeout. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter. Check out some of the stats for Nance. He's right around 9 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Now, here's Rubio. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, right over the top. Rubio surveying the situation. Just takes what the defense allows.
Okoro passes to Nance. Shot from free throw range. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Up top, Edwards. Wade is covering. Edwards against Wade. Now Edwards. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drills it from outside.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Nance. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Cleveland shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season,
Take a break.
right around 74%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
That free throw missing. Minnesota making a switch here. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. For 3, a Kogi. That shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.